just the rebounding, just how much of that is just urgency?
I'd say, quite a bit of it is, honestly. I think, the technical part and, kind of reading the rebound is one thing, but, also being able to not just sit there and watch. Watching film, I think that's something that I tend to do is, I try to overanalyze where the ball's going to come off and I don't crash as hard as I should. So, a lot of it's just the hustle and, needing to be in the right spot and, actually tracking down the ball if there's a miss. It
being a night, too, where your shots were going in, does offense fuel rebounding or does rebounding fuel offense?
I mean, I kind of say maybe a little bit of both. Obviously, we have guys on the team that score the majority of the points, and that's how it is, most games, and it should be that way. They're two of the best players in the country, and obviously, Fletch is right up there with them. So, when we have guys that can score the ball like they do, obviously the ball should be in their hands. But, for someone in my role that kind of goes in there and, shoots open shots, tries to create hustle plays, anytime that I can kind of get myself involved in the game in terms of rebounding, obviously it helps and kind of getting into a rhythm.
Are they connected for you in terms of like confidence or just playing assertively? Like if you're doing it as a shooter, you maybe also doing it as a rebounder, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Just a mindset thing?
Yeah, I would say so. I just think, obviously when you start to play well and, start to see, more rebounds, and obviously it helps us get stops. I feel like, basketball just rewards you that way. If we can get stops, not let them get offensive rebounds, we're scoring most of the time.
The first 2 threes came in response to their 11-0 run, and then you guys go on a 10-0 run.
Mm-hmm.
How big was that you didn't, kind of falter there when it got really bad there in the first half?
Yeah, I think one thing we talked about is just we can't always have energy when things are going well. Obviously I was able to make a couple shots. Passed up on a wide open one that I should have shot, and I heard about it from quite a few people. But I just think, it kind of stems from, Fletcher made a great point at halftime. Is one, we can't be pointing fingers at anybody. That's not going to help us at all. And then secondly is we always got to have energy. Whether shots are going in or shots aren't going in, we still got to be able to play hard and compete.
You said heard it from quite a few people. Do you mean the crowd?
I heard it from the crowd. I heard it from, I'm not going to name specific people, but it was coaches, players. I think my dad was probably yelling at me too. I didn't even look up at him, but I was probably.
Do you respond to that better now than earlier in your career, even earlier this season?
How so?
Do you respond if you hear that sort of reaction to a moment like that? Do you feel like you respond to that better?
I mean, yeah, I just say, you just kind of got to tune it out. I mean, obviously it's different when you come back in the huddle and everybody's yelling at you to shoot the ball. But, obviously they're telling me to shoot for a good reason. So, I got to continue to be better and continue to have confidence in myself to make the next shot every time.
I think that specific play came on a turnover in the backcourt where the shot clock only resets to 20. Were you guys kind of aware of that rule, or because typically you'd have another 10 seconds there?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to the refs about it, and it was kind of a quick turnaround. Obviously, we got the ball, and then there's 10 less seconds on the clock than what there normally is with 30 seconds. So I would just say being able to get that kind of possession back was key.
Is it a little